When did Amazon start getting interested?
So we've heard that Amazon started getting interested last year, and Globalstar is an asset that's kind of been out there for years. People have always talked about it as the key, kind of the jigsaw piece in the puzzle that, if you bought it, because of all of its spectrum, it would help you get up to speed and kind of dominate the satellite market. And so that's what it really is about. It's the spectrum. We heard that SpaceX had also looked at this asset last year. Of course, Amazon prevailed, and both of these players have been racing to dominate the space-based connectivity market, and Starlink is clearly ahead, but what this does is it really accelerates for Amazon their plans to be a formidable competitor to Starlink.
Michelle, really interesting one for the deals team, right? Like Amazon, the tech giant that it is, has never gone that big on M&A, but I think I'm right in saying that Globalstar, pending close, etc., would be its second biggest ever deal. What do we make of, and what was the reporting around the offer, how competitive it was, and how Amazon really wanted to go for this?
You're right. I mean, this is Amazon's biggest deal since 2017 when it bought Whole Foods. Amazon's been known to kind of go after different parts of the market, everything from healthcare to movie studios to now, of course, this big spectrum satellite play. And what we were hearing is that Globalstar was really looking for a value above $10 billion. And the deal that was announced today is at a huge premium to, more than 100% premium to where the stock was trading when the leak first hit last October. And so, I mean, it clearly shows there aren't that many players out there that can afford to spend this much money on something like this. But if you want to win in this market, that's what it takes, clearly.
And the advice they've been getting from banks is the way in which that they structure this, not just in terms of premium, but in terms of what's on the offer. It's either shares or indeed it's straight up cash.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a mix of stock and cash. There's a 40% cap on the amount of cash that shareholders can get, and that means they'll get up to, or a cap of $90 per share, up to 40%. The way that works is basically a few days before the deal is going to close, shareholders will get to elect what they want. Do they want, you could say, I want all stock or I want all cash, because of course Amazon stock is valuable, but at the end of the day, assuming everyone elected all cash, the most you could get is 40%, 40% in cash. So it'll be prorated depending on what folks elect.
Really appreciate you breaking down the deal structure. This has been out there for a couple of weeks. Now it's confirmed. In that period, what was industry saying about this, right? Like the big picture is, Amazon's going to go after Starlink. But there were actually, if you look at the specific details, in terms of LEO, they have a lot of existing assets, Amazon does. What was our read on the strategic play from Amazon? So
Amazon really needed the spectrum to really accelerate its desire to get into that direct-to-device market, which it said today it's going to do in 2028. And what that'll do is it means, consumers will be able to get text, video, data, voice using satellite service rather than cell towers, kind of like a cell tower in space. But it really, what it does is helps Amazon catch up. They haven't been able to launch as many satellites as SpaceX has. That's one of the biggest reasons why they've been behind. But this piece is really complementary to everything that they do already have.